Earl Nightingale believed that success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by the way you think. Most people spend their lives searching for success outside themselves. They look for better opportunities, better connections, better luck. But Earl Nightingale said the real cause of success is much simpler and much closer. His core idea can be summed up in one sentence: we become what we think about. This is the foundation of Earl Nightingale's secret formula for success. He did not say we become what we wish for. He did not say we become what we work hard for. He said we become what we consistently think about. The Strangest Secret. In 1956, Earl Nightingale released an audio called The Strangest Secret. It became one of the most influential motivational recordings in history. The Strangest Secret was not mysterious or hidden. It was strange because it was obvious, yet ignored. The secret was this: whatever you plant in your mind, you will eventually harvest in your life. Most people fail, not because they lack ability, but because their thinking works against them. Why most people never succeed. Earl Nightingale explained that the majority of people drift through life. They wake up, they go to work, they react to problems, they complain, they repeat the same routine year after year. They have no clear goal, no clear direction, no clear purpose, and without direction, the mind becomes unfocused and weak. Earl said something powerful: people with goals succeed because they know where they are going. People without goals are controlled by circumstances. People with goals control their circumstances. Thoughts control direction. Your mind is like the steering wheel of your life. If your thoughts are negative, fearful, or confused, your life moves in that direction. If your thoughts are focused, confident, and purposeful, your life follows. This is not motivation, it is cause and effect. Earl Nightingale taught that thoughts are not harmless. They are instructions. Every thought you repeatedly think is an order given to your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind does not argue. It accepts what you give it and works to make it real. The problem with most thinking: most people think about what they don't want. They think about dying, debt, failure, rejection, stress, fear of loss. Then they are surprised when those things appear in their lives. Earl Nightingale said, whatever you think about most of the time will determine what you become. The mind does not understand jokes. It does not understand complaints. It understands repetition. Success is not an accident. According to Earl Nightingale, success is always intentional. People who succeed decide what they want, focus on it daily, align their thoughts with it. People who fail have no clear aim, let emotions control thinking, live on mental autopilot. Success is not about intelligence or talent. It is about mental discipline. The role of goals. Goals were central to Earl Nightingale's philosophy. He believed that a goal gives the mind something to lock onto. Without a goal, the mind wanders. With a goal, the mind organizes itself. He said, a goal is a dream with a deadline. When you set a clear goal, your mind begins to notice opportunities that were always there, but invisible before. Your focus changes, your decisions change, your behavior changes, and eventually, your results change. What you feed your mind matters. Earl Nightingale emphasized mental diet. Just like your body becomes what you eat, your mind becomes what you feed it. If you constantly feed your mind fear-based news, negative conversations, self-doubt, your thinking weakens. If you feed your mind purposeful ideas, positive expectations, clear goals, your thinking strengthens. Strong thinking creates strong actions. Success begins internally. One of Earl Nightingale's most important teachings was this: success begins on the inside before it appears on the outside. You must first see yourself as successful in thought before it becomes reality. This does not mean pretending or lying to yourself. It means training your mind to expect growth instead of failure. The world responds to your dominant mental attitude. Responsibility is power. Earl Nightingale taught personal responsibility. He said that the moment you accept responsibility for your thoughts, you take control of your life. Blaming circumstances removes power. Taking responsibility creates power. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you always control how you think about it, and how you think determines how you act. The first step of the formula. Earl Nightingale's secret formula for success begins with one step. Decide exactly what you want. Not vaguely, not someday, not maybe. Clearly, specifically, purposefully. Until a person decides what they want, the mind remains unfocused, and an unfocused mind cannot create success. Once a person decides exactly what they want, the next step becomes critical. Earl Nightingale taught that a goal alone is not enough. A goal must be held in the mind daily. Most people set goals once and forget them. Successful people return to their goals again and again. Why? Because the mind works on what it is reminded of. The subconscious mind at work. Earl Nightingale believed that the subconscious mind is always active. It works day and night. It does not stop when you sleep. It does not rest when you relax, but it only works on the instructions it receives. Those instructions come from repeated thoughts, strong emotions, mental images. If you constantly think about failure, the subconscious mind accepts failure as a target. If you constantly think about success, it accepts success as a target. The subconscious mind does not judge, it executes. Visualization is not imagination. Many people misunderstand visualization. Earl Nightingale did not teach daydreaming. He taught directed imagination. Visualization means clearly seeing yourself already moving toward your goal, not wishing, not hoping, but expecting. When the mind expects success, behavior changes automatically. You speak differently, you act differently, you make better decisions, and people respond to you differently. Faith is not blind belief. Earl Nightingale often used the word faith, but not in a religious sense. For him, faith meant confidence in cause and effect. If you plant corn, you expect corn. If you plant wheat, you expect wheat. In the same way, if you plant success-oriented thoughts, success follows. Faith is simply trusting the process. The danger of negative auto-suggestions. One of the biggest enemies of success, according to Earl Nightingale, is negative self-talk. People constantly tell themselves, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, people like me don't succeed. These thoughts act like commands. The subconscious mind accepts them as truth. Earl said that most people sabotage themselves without realizing it. They program their own failure. Replace, don't fight. Earl Nightingale taught an important principle. You cannot fight negative thoughts directly. You must replace them. The mind can only hold one dominant thought at a time. If a negative thought appears, replace it immediately with a positive one related to your goal. Not emotion, not force, just repetition. Over time, the positive thought becomes automatic. Persistence beats talent. Earl Nightingale made it clear that success is not reserved for the gifted. Talent helps, but persistence decides. Most people quit early, after the first failure, after the first rejection, after the first disappointment. Successful people expect obstacles. They understand that progress is not a straight line. Persistence is simply continuing to think and act in alignment with your goal, even when results are slow. Time is an ally, not an enemy. Earl Nightingale warned people not to rush the process. Seeds take time to grow. Thoughts take time to materialize. Impatience causes doubt. Doubt weakens belief. Weak belief weakens results. Trusting time strengthens results. Environment shapes thinking. Another key part of Earl Nightingale's formula was environment. Your environment includes the people you listen to, the content you consume, the conversations you participate in. If your environment is negative, your thinking becomes negative. Earl strongly advised choosing input carefully. What you hear repeatedly becomes what you believe. Association matters. Earl Nightingale often said that success leaves clues. Successful people think in similar ways. They talk about ideas, not problems. They focus on solutions, not excuses. Associating with growth-minded people strengthens your own mindset. Even if physical association is not possible, books and recordings create mental association. Daily discipline is non-negotiable. Earl Nightingale emphasized daily discipline. Success is not created by occasional effort. It is created by daily habits, simple habits. Reviewing your goal every morning, feeding your mind positive material, avoiding unnecessary negativity. These habits seem small, but their effect compounds over time. The law of compensation. Earl Nightingale believed deeply in the law of compensation. You are rewarded according to the value you provide, the demand for that value, the difficulty of replacing you. Success grows when you focus on becoming more valuable, not chasing money, not chasing recognition, but improving skills and contribution. Action is the final step. Thinking alone is not enough. Earl Nightingale taught that correct thinking leads naturally to correct action. When your thinking is clear, action feels easier, fear reduces, confidence increases. Action becomes a response, not a struggle. Success is a direction. One of Earl Nightingale's most powerful ideas was this: success is not a destination. Success is a direction. If you are moving towards your goal, you are successful even before you arrive. This removes pressure. This builds confidence. This keeps motivation alive. Earl Nightingale often emphasized that attitude determines altitude. Your attitude is the lens through which you view the world. A positive, proactive attitude attracts opportunities. A negative, reactive attitude attracts problems. Attitude is not something you are born with. It is something you choose daily. Every thought, every decision, every interaction shapes your mental attitude. Clarity of purpose. Clarity is crucial. Vague goals produce vague results. Specific goals produce specific results. Earl Nightingale advised, decide exactly what you want. Write it down. Review it daily. Make it a part of your mind. When you are clear about what you want, your subconscious mind begins to focus on solutions. Your actions align naturally. Your life moves toward the goal. The power of belief. Belief is the bridge between thinking and achieving. Earl Nightingale explained that belief in yourself is the foundation of all success. Without belief, effort is wasted. With belief, even small actions produce results. Belief is not blind optimism. It is trust in cause and effect. You act in alignment with reality, not wishful thinking. Handling fear. Fear is the greatest enemy of success. Earl Nightingale noted that most people are controlled by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, Fear limits thinking. It paralyzes action. His solution: face fear gradually but consistently. Every step towards your goal reduces fear and strengthens confidence. The daily mind tune-up. Nightingale suggested a daily routine to reinforce success thinking. Review your goals in the morning. Visualize progress and imagine obstacles already overcome. Feed your mind positive material, books, recordings, conversations. Take at least one focused action towards your goal. Consistency creates mental programming. Your mind starts expecting success instead of failure. Avoid the influence of negativity. Earl Nightingale warned about negative drains, people, media, and environments that drain energy. Avoid constant exposure to complaining colleagues, pessimistic news, unfocused social media. Instead, seek inspirational people, positive learning content, environments that encourage growth. You cannot always control your circumstances, but you can control your mental inputs. Persistence and patience. Success is rarely instantaneous. Earl Nightingale said, "Patience and persistence are the twin engines of achievement. Obstacles are inevitable. Failures are inevitable. But those who persist steadily without losing focus reach their goals." Impatience leads to frustration. Frustration leads to giving up. Persistence builds momentum. Measuring progress. According to Nightingale, small measurable progress is motivating. Track your actions, not just results. Small, consistent progress builds confidence and eventually creates breakthrough results. Celebrate progress to reinforce the belief that your thoughts and actions produce results. Continuous learning. Success is also a result of knowledge and skill development. Earl Nightingale emphasized, "Become a student of success." Read, listen, and learn from those who have achieved what you want. Study their habits, attitudes, and thinking patterns. Then model those behaviors consistently. Action over ideas. Ideas alone are powerless without execution. Thinking, planning, and visualizing prepare the mind, but action is what moves the world. Earl Nightingale said, "Don't wait for perfect conditions. Take action now. Learn as you go." Every action feeds the subconscious mind with confidence and experience. A life of contribution. Nightingale also highlighted that true success includes contribution. The universe rewards value creation. The more you contribute, the more doors open. Success is not only personal gain, it is creating value for others while growing yourself. The law of compensation. He explained that the law of compensation governs the world. You are paid in exact proportion to the service you render, the difficulty you overcome, and the value you provide. Money, recognition, and success follow naturally when you focus on providing exceptional value. Earl Nightingale emphasized that success is the sum of small habits done consistently. Successful people do ordinary things extraordinarily well, day after day. They build routines that support their goals. They do not rely on motivation alone, because motivation comes and goes. Habits are permanent. Small actions, repeated consistently, lead to massive results over time. Focus on solutions, not problems. A key point in Nightingale's teachings is solution-focused thinking. People often spend too much time complaining about problems. Success comes to those who focus on solutions. When faced with obstacles, analyze the problem. Identify possible solutions. Take action immediately. Dwelling on problems only strengthens them in your mind. Dwelling on solutions strengthens your ability to overcome. Mental attitude determines results. Your attitude is more important than your intelligence, education, or resources. Earl Nightingale said, "Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude." A positive, growth-focused mindset attracts opportunities. A negative, fear-driven mindset attracts failure. Choose your attitude deliberately every day. Control your thoughts. Nightingale taught that thought control is the ultimate power. Most people allow random thoughts to control their lives. Successful people direct their thoughts deliberately. Begin each day by focusing on your goals. Avoid distractions and negative influences. Replace doubts with confidence. Control your thoughts, and you control your life. Daily visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool. Earl Nightingale advised, "Visualize achieving your goals as if they are already happening. Feel the emotions of success. Replay the vision repeatedly. This process programs your subconscious mind to take action automatically." Visualization is not wishful thinking. It is creating a mental blueprint for success. The importance of action. While thinking and planning are essential, action converts thoughts into reality. Earl Nightingale said, "Action is the bridge between dreams and results. Take small, consistent steps every day toward your goals. Even minor progress compounds over time. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start now." Overcoming fear. Fear is natural, but it must not control you. Fear of failure, criticism, or the unknown stops most people. Earl Nightingale taught that facing fear gradually strengthens confidence. success. Take action despite fear. Experience diminishes fear and confidence grows. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment shapes your thinking. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Avoid constant exposure to negativity. Feed your mind with positive, constructive content daily. Books, recordings, and mentors can provide a mental environment for growth, even if physical surroundings are challenging. Set clear priorities. Nightingale emphasized focusing on what truly matters. Identify tasks that produce results. Prioritize high-value activities. Avoid distractions and time wasters. Efficient focus multiplies your effectiveness. Continuous learning. Never stop learning. Earl Nightingale believed that knowledge and skill development are essential for success. Study successful people. Learn from mistakes. Constantly improve. The more you grow, the more value you can provide. Contribution equals success. True success involves helping others. The universe rewards value creation. The more you contribute, the more opportunities appear. Success is not selfish. It grows when you provide real value to others. Earl Nightingale often referred to the law of cause and effect. Everything that happens in your life is the result of your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Nothing is random. If you want different results, you must change your causes. Success is not luck. It is a predictable outcome of focused thinking and consistent action. Responsibility creates power. Taking responsibility is a key step toward success. Most people blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. This gives them temporary relief, but removes power. Earl Nightingale said, "You become powerful the moment you accept full responsibility for your life." Responsibility is freedom. It allows you to direct your thoughts, actions, and results consciously. The importance of goals. Goals are central to success. A goal acts like a target for your mind. Without a goal, your mind drifts aimlessly. With a goal, your mind focuses, plans, and acts in alignment with your purpose. Write down your goals clearly. Review them daily. Keep them alive in your mind. Persistence and discipline. Success is the result of persistence and discipline. Most people quit when results do not appear immediately. Successful people persist until they succeed. Daily effort, repeated over months and years, creates momentum. Discipline keeps the mind and body aligned with your goals. Positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is a habit, not a feeling. Earl Nightingale stressed that your mental state determines your results. Positive thinking produces positive actions. Negative thinking produces negative actions. Train your mind to focus on solutions, possibilities, and opportunities. Visualization and expectation. Earl Nightingale often spoke about expectation. When you expect success, your subconscious mind begins to work toward it. Visualization and expectation go hand in hand. Imagine clearly achieving your goal. Feel the emotions of success. Expect positive results, and your actions will follow naturally. Avoiding negative influences. Your environment shapes your thinking. Avoid constant exposure to complaints, pessimism, limiting beliefs. Instead, feed your mind with positive ideas, motivational content, successful role models. Your environment becomes a silent partner in shaping your destiny. The role of knowledge and skill. Continuous learning is essential. Earl Nightingale emphasized that knowledge multiplies effectiveness. Read books, listen to recordings, learn from mentors. The more competent you become, the more valuable your actions are. Action is the final step. Thoughts, beliefs, and planning are critical, but action creates reality. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start now. Even small steps, taken consistently, accumulate into significant results. Earl Nightingale said, "The path to success is taken one step at a time, consistently. Contribution and value." Finally, true success involves creating value for others. The law of compensation ensures that those who provide value are rewarded. Your income, recognition, and opportunities increase as your contribution grows. Focus on making others' lives better while improving yourself. This dual focus multiplies success. Perfect. Ab Main Part 7. Lik Raha Hoon. Simple. Direct English. Same flow. Sita script. Earl Nightingale's secret formula for success. Part 7. The power of thought. Earl Nightingale emphasized that thoughts are the starting point of all success. What you consistently think about shapes your beliefs, emotions, and actions. Your mind works like a magnet, attracting circumstances that match your dominant thoughts. Positive thoughts create positive outcomes. Negative thoughts create negative outcomes. This is why he said, "We become what we think about most of the time." Focused thinking. Not all thinking is equal. Random or scattered thoughts rarely produce results. Focused thinking, directed towards your goals, produces extraordinary results. Focus your attention on specific goals, problem solving, skill improvement, opportunities. The mind naturally aligns actions with focused thoughts. The secret of success. According to Nightingale, success is not a mystery. It follows a predictable predictable formula. Decide what you want clearly. Think about it consistently. Believe it is possible. Take consistent action. Persist despite obstacles. Contribute value to others. This sequence works every time when applied properly. Clarity and precision. Vague thinking leads to vague results. Earl Nightingale stressed specificity. When setting a goal, be precise. Write it down. Set deadlines. Visualize the outcome clearly. Specific thinking programs the mind more effectively than general wishes. Daily review. Daily review of your goals keeps them alive in your subconscious mind. Morning and evening reflection strengthens focus and commitment. It prevents drifting into distractions. It reinforces mental programming. The subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the engine of your life. It does not reason. It does not judge. It executes what it is told repeatedly. Positive repeated thoughts. Positive outcomes. Negative repeated thoughts. Negative outcomes. Control your subconscious by controlling your conscious thoughts. Attitude toward adversity. Challenges are inevitable. Earl Nightingale taught that attitude toward adversity determines whether you succeed or fail. Complaining and blaming weakens focus. Analyzing and acting strengthens skills and confidence. See obstacles as temporary lessons and opportunities to improve. Faith in cause and effect. Success is predictable if you follow the natural laws of cause and effect. Faith, in Nightingale's terms, is trusting that focused thoughts and consistent action will produce results. It is not wishful thinking. It is understanding the principle that actions produce consequences. Control your inputs. What you feed your mind shapes your reality. Avoid negative media, pessimistic conversations, and complaints. Consume positive, instructional, and motivational content. Surround yourself mentally with success-oriented thoughts. Your mental environment largely determines the outcomes in your life. Taking decisive action, even the best plans fail without action. Nightingale emphasized that decisive, consistent action is the bridge between thought and result. Break your goals into small steps. Act daily, no matter how small. Adjust as needed, but never stop progressing. Action creates momentum, builds confidence, and trains the mind for success. Belief is central to achieving any goal. Earl Nightingale explained that belief transforms thoughts into reality. Without belief, your mind resists action and doubts results. With belief, even small efforts compound into major achievements. Belief is strengthened through repeated positive thoughts, visualizing successful outcomes, small daily successes. Repetition builds success. The mind responds to repetition. Earl Nightingale compared it to planting seeds. Repeat positive thoughts and behaviors. Success grows. Repeat negative thoughts and behaviors. Failure grows. Daily mental programming is essential. Consistent reinforcement shapes habits, attitude, and results. Persistence versus obstacles. Obstacles are part of every journey. Most people quit when progress slows or difficulties arise. Successful people persist regardless of challenges. Persistence is simply continuing in alignment with your goals. Even slow progress compounds over time into extraordinary results. The value of time. Time is the friend of those who plan. Earl Nightingale emphasized using time wisely. Prioritize high-value tasks. Avoid wasted effort on unimportant things. Break goals into manageable steps. Time, when used consistently, amplifies results exponentially. Control your environment. Your environment influences your thinking and actions. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth. Avoid negative influences. Consume educational and motivational content. Mental environment shapes your subconscious programming and overall mindset. Positive self-talk. Your inner dialogue affects performance and confidence. Earl Nightingale advised replacing self-doubt with positive, success-oriented self-talk. Instead of "I can't," say "I can learn and succeed." Repeat affirmations daily to reinforce belief. Positive self-talk rewires the mind for achievement. Visualization in detail. Visualization is more than imagining success. It is a deliberate mental rehearsal. See yourself completing tasks. Imagine overcoming obstacles. Feel the emotions of achievement. This trains the subconscious to align actions with your goals automatically. The law of compensation. Nightingale explained that life rewards value. The more value you provide to others, the more rewards you receive. Focus on skill, contribution, and improvement rather than chasing money. Success follows naturally when you serve others while growing yourself. Take responsibility daily. Taking responsibility for thoughts, actions, and results is empowering. Blaming circumstances removes power. Accepting responsibility gives control. Your life changes when you realize you are the cause of your outcomes, not a victim of circumstances. Action before perfection. Many people wait for the perfect moment. Earl Nightingale emphasized starting immediately, imperfectly if needed. Action triggers learning and adjustment. Momentum builds confidence and clarity. Waiting creates stagnation and doubt. Success comes from doing consistently, not waiting for perfect conditions. Earl Nightingale emphasized prioritizing tasks that produce results. Not all work creates success. Identify activities that move you closer to your goal. Eliminate distractions and low-value tasks. Focusing on what matters most compounds results over time. The mind as a magnet. Your mind attracts what you consistently think about. Positive, goal-oriented thoughts attract opportunities. Negative, fearful thoughts attract obstacles. This is why daily mental programming is essential. What you feed your mind determines your outcomes. Faith in the process. Earl Nightingale taught that success is predictable if you follow the natural laws of cause and effect. Faith here means trusting that focused thought plus consistent action produces results. It is not wishful thinking, it is understanding reality. Replace negativity. Negative thoughts and emotions drain energy and focus. Instead of fighting negativity, replace it with positive, constructive thinking. The subconscious mind can hold only one dominant thought at a time. Replace fear and doubt with confidence and goal-oriented thinking. The importance of daily discipline. Daily discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Review goals every morning. Visualize success. Read or listen to motivational content. Take focused action toward your goal. Small daily efforts compound into massive long-term success. Persistence beats talent. Earl Nightingale often said that persistence is more important than talent. Many talented people fail due to lack of consistency. Persistence allows learning, improvement, and adaptation. Success rewards those who endure. Contribution multiplies success. Providing value is central to lasting achievement. The more value you create, the more life rewards you. Focus on helping others while improving yourself. Money and recognition follow naturally. This principle ensures that success is sustainable and meaningful. Attitude toward problems. Problems are inevitable, but your response matters. Complain, lose energy and focus. Analyze, find solutions, and learn. Every challenge can become an opportunity if approached with the right mindset. Expectation shapes reality. Expect success, and your subconscious mind aligns your actions to achieve it. Visualize completing tasks. Feel the emotions of success. Act with confidence. Expectation drives behavior, and behavior produces results. Your action creates momentum. Thinking and planning are essential, but action converts ideas into reality. Break goals into small steps. Act daily, even if imperfectly. Momentum grows, fear diminishes, and confidence strengthens. Earl Nightingale said, "You cannot wait for perfect conditions. Start now and adjust as you go." Earl Nightingale emphasized that clarity is the foundation of success. Vague goals produce vague results. Specific goals produce precise outcomes. To achieve clarity, write down exactly what you want. Set measurable targets. Break large goals into smaller, achievable steps. Clarity focuses the mind and organizes actions naturally. The subconscious mind works constantly. Your subconscious mind never rests. It does not distinguish between positive or negative instructions. It follows what you repeatedly feed it. Positive, goal-oriented thoughts, consistent progress. Negative, fear-based thoughts, self-sabotage. Daily mental programming ensures the subconscious works for you, not against you. Control your mental inputs. What you expose your mind to shapes your results. Avoid negativity, complaints, and fear-based media. Consume motivational content, books, and recordings. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Your mental environment becomes a silent partner in achieving your goals. The power of daily habits. Success is not built in a single day. It is the sum of small, consistent actions over time. Daily habits to reinforce success. Review and visualize goals. Positive affirmations, focused actions, continuous learning. Over time, these habits create momentum and compound results. Persistence through challenges. Obstacles are unavoidable. Earl Nightingale said persistence determines who succeeds. Those who quit early never experience breakthroughs. Those who persist steadily eventually reach their goals. Persistence strengthens the mind, builds confidence, and trains for success. Action is essential. Thoughts, plans, and visualization are useless without action. Take immediate, consistent steps toward your goal. Learn from experience and adjust. Even small progress compounds into major results. Action creates momentum, builds belief, and reinforces mental programming. Positive attitude toward problems. Problems will arise. Your response decides the outcome. Complaining drains energy. Acting and analyzing produces solutions. View problems as opportunities to learn, grow, and strengthen character. Expect success. Your expectations shape your reality. Visualize achievement. Feel the emotions of success. Believe the outcome is possible. Expectation aligns the subconscious mind and guides daily behavior. toward results. Contribution multiplies rewards. Success is not only personal gain. Provide value to others. Focus on skill, growth, and service. Recognition and reward follow naturally. Earl Nightingale stressed that contribution is the secret to sustainable success. Faith in cause and effect. Success is not luck. It is predictable when natural laws are followed. Focused thought. Consistent action results. Trust the process, not wishful thinking. Faith in cause and effect gives confidence, reduces doubt, and guides behavior. Earl Nightingale emphasized that taking full responsibility for your life is the ultimate power. Blaming others removes control. Accepting responsibility gives control over thoughts, actions, and results. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. Your results will follow your conscious choices. The law of cause and effect. Success follows predictable patterns. Every outcome has a cause. Every failure or success begins in thought. Thought, action, persistence, results. Understanding this law removes reliance on luck and random chance. Success becomes a predictable outcome. Focused goals. Clarity of purpose is key. Write your goals clearly. Visualize them daily. Break them into actionable steps. Focused goals guide thought, behavior, and decision-making. Replace negative thinking. Negative thoughts block success. Replace I can't with I can learn. Replace fear with confidence. Replace doubt with deliberate, repeated thoughts of ability. The subconscious mind absorbs these messages and aligns behavior accordingly. Daily mental programming. Your mind needs consistent training. Morning review of goals. Visualization of success. Positive affirmations. Focused action. Daily repetition programs your subconscious to work toward success automatically. Action beats theory. Thinking without action accomplishes nothing. Break large tasks into small steps. Act consistently every day. Adjust as needed. Action builds momentum, confidence, and experience. Reinforcing mental programming. The power of persistence. Obstacles are natural. Those who quit early fail. Those who persist steadily achieve their goals. Daily effort over time compounds into extraordinary results. Persistence builds resilience and strengthens the mind. Environment shapes thinking. Your mental environment shapes your reality. Avoid negativity, fear, and complaints. Consume positive, educational, and motivational content. Associate with success-oriented people. Your surroundings influence your thoughts, decisions, and results. Contribution creates reward. True success comes from providing value. Focus on skills, growth, and service. Help others while improving yourself. Rewards follow naturally. The law of compensation ensures contribution multiplies success. Visualization and expectation. Visualize your goals as already achieved. See yourself completing tasks. Feel the emotions of success. Expect results to occur. This aligns your subconscious mind and guides your daily actions toward achievement. Earl Nightingale emphasized the importance of reviewing your goals every day. Morning reflection sets your focus for the day. Evening review reinforces progress. Repetition trains your subconscious mind. This daily review ensures that your mind stays aligned with your objectives, and small daily actions compound into long-term success. Focus and concentration. Focus is one of the most critical elements of success. Concentrate on high-value activities. Avoid distractions. Dedicate time to your primary goal. Focused thinking produces more results than scattered effort. Clarity and concentration allow the mind to work efficiently. Positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is not just optimism, it is a deliberate choice. Focus on solutions, not problems. See opportunities in challenges. Reinforce belief in your abilities. A strong positive attitude attracts opportunities and creates confidence in decision-making. Control your thoughts. Thoughts are the starting point for all success. Repeated thoughts shape your beliefs and actions. Replace negative, self-limiting thoughts with goal-oriented thoughts. Train the mind daily for success. Your subconscious mind acts on the dominant thoughts you feed it. Action and momentum. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. Break goals into daily steps. Take consistent action. Adjust and learn as you go. Momentum grows with action. Confidence increases. Progress becomes visible. Persistence and patience. Obstacles are inevitable. Quitters never succeed. Persistent people eventually achieve their goals. Patience allows time for efforts to compound. Persistence strengthens both skill and character. Success favors those who endure. The role of belief. Belief in your goals transforms effort into achievement. Repeated visualization builds belief. Daily reinforcement strengthens confidence. Belief guides action naturally. Without belief, action is hesitant. With belief, action is decisive. Environment and association. Your surroundings influence your success. Avoid negative influences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate. Consume educational and growth-oriented content. Positive environment programs. Your mind for achievement, contribution, and value. True success comes from providing value to others. Focus on improving skills and serving others. Contribution multiplies rewards. Recognition and financial benefits follow naturally. The law of compensation ensures effort effort, and value are returned in proportion. Expectation shapes reality. Expect positive outcomes consistently. Visualize success. Feel the emotions of achievement. Act with confidence. Expectation aligns the subconscious mind with your actions, ensuring consistent progress toward your goals. Earl Nightingale often said that your attitude determines your altitude. Positive attitude attracts opportunities. Negative attitude attracts problems. Attitude shapes behavior, decisions, and results. Choose your attitude deliberately every day. A strong, optimistic mindset multiplies your chances of success. Clarity of purpose. Clarity is essential for focused action. Write down your goals clearly. Break them into actionable steps. Visualize outcomes daily. Clear goals provide direction and prevent wasted effort. The mind naturally aligns with specific concrete objectives. Subconscious mind. Programming. Your subconscious mind works constantly. Feed it positive, goal-oriented thoughts. Visualize success. Repeat affirmations consistently. The subconscious mind acts on dominant thoughts and shapes behavior automatically. Daily habits build success. Success is created through consistent daily habits. Review goals each morning. Take small, focused actions. Learn continuously. Reflect and adjust regularly. Small, repeated actions compound over time, producing extraordinary results. Persistence and resilience. Obstacles and failures are inevitable. Those who quit early fail. Those who persist eventually succeed. Persistence builds skill, confidence, and resilience. Earl Nightingale emphasized that enduring effort is the secret to lasting achievement. Action creates results. Thoughts and planning must be followed by action. Break goals into small, manageable tasks. Act daily, consistently. Adjust based on feedback and learning. Action generates momentum, which builds confidence and reinforces success-oriented behavior. Positive self-talk. Your inner dialogue shapes your perception and performance. Replace "I can't" with "I can learn and achieve." Repeat affirmations daily. Train your mind to focus on capability and possibility. Positive self-talk rewires the mind for success. Contribution multiplies rewards. Success is directly linked to the value you provide. Focus on skill development and helping others. Contribution attracts recognition and financial rewards. Sustainable success comes from creating value, not just seeking it. The law of compensation ensures that value provided is returned in proportion. Faith and expectation. Belief in the process is critical. Expect positive results. Visualize achieving your goals. Align your actions with your expectations. Expectation guides the subconscious mind and influences behavior, producing consistent progress. Control your inputs. Your environment determines mental programming. Avoid negative influences, complaints, and fear-based content. Consume motivational and educational material. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Positive inputs strengthen focus, confidence, and mindset. Earl Nightingale emphasized that accepting full responsibility is the key to empowerment. Blaming others removes control. Accepting responsibility puts you in charge of your thoughts, actions, and results. Your life changes when you realize you are the cause of your outcomes, not a victim of circumstances. Focus on high-value activities. Success comes from concentrating on the most important tasks. Identify activities that produce the highest results. Avoid distractions and low-value work. Dedicate energy to what truly matters. Focused effort multiplies productivity and accelerates progress. Daily mental programming. Daily reinforcement programs your subconscious mind. Morning goal review. Visualization of success. Positive affirmations. Consistent action. This repetition ensures your subconscious mind aligns with your goals automatically. Persistence over talent. Talent alone is rarely enough. Many talented people fail due to inconsistency. Daily, persistent effort builds skill, confidence, and resilience. Persistence ultimately determines success. Obstacles and failures become stepping stones for those who endure. Positive mental attitude. A strong, positive attitude shapes perception and action. Focus on solutions, not problems. See opportunities in challenges. Reinforce belief in your abilities. Attitude drives behavior, which produces results. Visualization and expectation. Visualize achieving your goals clearly and vividly. Imagine completing tasks successfully. Feel the emotions of success. Expect results to happen. Expectation guides behavior and trains the subconscious mind toward achievement, contribution, and value. True success grows when you provide value, develop skills and knowledge, help others while improving yourself. Recognition, financial rewards, and opportunities follow naturally. The law of compensation ensures that contribution multiplies success. Action creates momentum. Action bridges thought and reality. Break large goals into small steps. steps. Take consistent daily action. Adjust and learn as you progress. Momentum builds confidence, reduces fear, and accelerates results. Environment shapes thinking. Your surroundings influence success. Avoid negativity, pessimism, and distractions. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth. Feed your mind with positive, educational, and motivational content. A supportive environment reinforces focus and mental programming. Success is a direction, not a destination. Earl Nightingale's final key insight: success is a direction, not a destination. Progress towards your goals defines success. Daily improvement, learning, and action create long-term achievement. Life is measured by growth, contribution, and persistent effort. Even before you reach your ultimate goal, moving consistently in the right direction is itself success.